Now, when we talk about doing activities in science, one thing that's important to remember is that not every kid that we know gets up in the morning and says, gee, I hope I formulate a hypothesis today. Nah, they think more about the natural world and the things that excite them and interest them. They accept lots of invitations. And so one of the things that we use to frame the activities for National Science and Technology Week is a model that was developed for the National Center for Improving Science Education, and it's an invitational learning model. You can see it on your screen now. The first step is not formulate a hypothesis necessarily, but to extend an invitation. At that point, the learner is ready to explore, discover, and create on their own, and finally come up with an explanation that's their explanation based on experiences they've had. And if you as the teacher or parent or youth group leader have rolled up your own sleeves and joined in that exploration, your explanation is just as valid as the other learners in the group. Finally, the last step of this model is not necessarily take a test and get a grade, but to take action. Sometimes it'll be an assessment step, but sometimes it's just showing others what you've learned. In order to illustrate this invitational learning model, I use balloons. You take a standard old party balloon, blow it up and tie it off, and then bring up close to that party balloon a sharp stick. We know from experience that if I stick this sharp stick into a balloon, it's going to pop, isn't it? But we can also say that if I take this sharp stick and poke it into the balloon, I may be able to do it without having the balloon pop. It sticks inside now. And in fact, I can take the stick and poke it all the way through the balloon without having the balloon pop. Now that is a powerful invitation to learn. Now in most classrooms, what happens sometimes is that this becomes the lesson. We stop right there. It's a demonstration. I only have one balloon and one skewer. Sorry, folks, but that's the science lesson for the day. What you really want to do at this step is you want to hand out balloons to the whole class. The whole group of kids then, and learners, can explore the same phenomena that you've just illustrated. They can pop a lot of balloons doing so and find out for themselves the wonder of learning science and technology. When it gets ready to take action, obvious step here. Anytime you go to a party, the next time the balloons come out, people who have done this experience are going to say, hey, let me show you something I know about balloons and skewers.